I don't know, 1, 2, 5, 10, how many more acts have to happen in order for us to be justified in speaking out against the anti-Semitism that goes against us? So it's just one of the many things that we have to deal with. And of course, unfortunately, we have a situation often in this country, and I was having a conversation with my mom about this as well. And apparently, I hadn't heard him say this, but there are other people who, much more famous than I, who have actually made this argument as well, is that of all of the groups that are, that could be considered oppressed, marginalized groups, minorities who get targeted simply because of who they are and not because of anything that they did, Jews are the only group of people who are not allowed to talk about or speak of or explain our marginalization and oppression, because when we start doing it, people shake their heads. Oh, you're not, because of stereotypes about us Jewish people, or because of the fact that they have this Ashkenormative type view on Jewish people, because there's Ashkenazi Jews and Sephardic Jews, Ashkenazi being the more European-looking Jews, Sephardic Jews being the more Middle Eastern-looking Jews. But when people picture Jews, they picture the more Ashkenazi type looking Jews. So, oh, they're white, so they can't be oppressed, that sort of thing. Of course, we benefit from white privilege when it's convenient, when our religion is not applicable, but when our religion is applicable, that white privilege oftentimes washes away, and we no longer have the benefit of that. And it's like Schrodinger's privilege, I guess. Whether or not you have it will depend on any particular time. And I'll acknowledge that I have white privilege. Don't get me wrong. I do have white privilege. I could yell at a cop, for example. I have yelled at a cop when I was pulled over incorrectly. If I wasn't white, would I be able to yell at the cop? Probably not. So, it's there, it exists, it just happens to get washed away every time my Judaism somehow becomes relevant. The other side of the coin, I was having a debate again with some people who they wanted to make the argument that, what Israel is doing is causing more anti-Semitism. And again, I said this before, I said it again, that is not the case. The people who are convinced to be bigoted against Jewish people are going to be bigoted against Jewish people regardless of what Israel does as a country. That being said, what Israel's doing as a country is pretty damn shitty. Why? Israel Security Cabinet approved 19 new settlement outposts in the occupied West Bank as the right-wing government headed by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu moves to prevent the formation of a viable Palestinian state. Netanyahu government has made an annexation of occupied Palestinian territory a priority. UN has said Israeli settlement expansions in 2025 have reached their highest level since 2017. These figures represent a sharp increase compared to previous years. Under the current government, the number of settlement outposts in the West Bank and occupied East Jerusalem have risen by nearly 50%, from 141 in 2022 to 210 now. An outpost is built without government authorization, while a settlement is authorized by the Israeli government. 10% of Israel's Jewish population of 7.7 million people lives in these settlements, which are considered illegal under international law. Israel should absolutely be clamping down on these settlements because it's wrong. I mean, it's wrong of them to do, and all they're doing is just making it more and more difficult for anybody to have any sympathy for what's going on over there, for any Jews who happen to be living over there. It's I'm not talking about Jews worldwide. I'm talking about Israeli citizens who are sitting there, and people are going to, be more and more inclined to, want to eliminate the state altogether instead of actually, come up with a viable two-state solution in the short term. Because while a single state would be ideal as it pertains to everybody coming together and living in peace and harmony, there's too much bad blood for everybody to come together and live in peace and harmony.